after you.
All right. Go ahead. So everything's still under construction. We've started on September the 3rd with our renovation process. So this station was built in the early 90s. There's been no real big updates other than paint here and there. It used to be completely carpeted throughout. So we're currently working on the floor first. There'll be some painting coming in after that with addition of new cabinets, appliances, pretty much a total makeover inside to keep helping serve the guys that work here daily. So this is our large training room. We host trainings here monthly for the fire department for the volunteers, but we also host outside organizations to come in and train depending on who they are. If it's TEACS comes in and teaches classes, other departments come in and use our facility because we do have a burn facility as well that they can utilize. This is part of the renovation process. So we have our day room where our crews come in and do their daily reports and take care of their paperwork. We have our ESD commissioner's room, which is also separate, and then our chief's office. Due to the ever-growing demand of all the paperwork and everything we must keep, we've decided to go ahead and add them a closet, so they have a shared closet to put a safe in to keep all of our documents and everything at this time. So we are in the process of changing the layout of the station a little bit to accommodate the day crews that come in. We're taking everything down. We're redoing this. This is going to be their day room where they'll be able to come in and just kind of relax. We've got some regular household furniture. There'll be a couch, a couple of recliners, TV and sound system, so they can come in and kind of enjoy it and take a load off after the end of the day after running calls. So this station, unlike the rest of our stations, is a 2-story station. So the downstairs is where our day crew stays most of the time. And then we have our upstairs, which is where our living facility is, where we are doing some more renovations as well. We'll go upstairs real quick, see if we can stay out of their way. So originally, when we started housing people at the station, we had a compensated volunteer that worked 12 hours during the day and 12 hours at night, with the capability of being here 365 days a year. Back before it became Christus EMS and it was Champion EMS actually housed an ambulance here. This was their bedroom. They kind of had a bunk style bedroom, and we allowed them to stay here. They took care of it. They ran an ambulance out of here, made calls with us and everything. So since they have now moved into their own station, we've kind of turned to, we house students during the fire academy. So when they go to the Kilgore College Fire Academy, obviously these students come in from all over the U.S. to go to the academy. So we offer housing here. It kind of gives them a one-on-one experience. They get to see what it's like to be a firefighter. They get to make calls and kind of gives them that firehouse life so they know what's going on. So we're going to convert this into a student bedroom so we can house students. They'll have like their own living quarters where they can come in here, have a couple of couches, some TVs. They've got their own separate bathrooms down the hall. And then we're moving our actual on-duty fire crew into a new room we're renovating now currently to potentially accommodate the addition of personnel in the future. So currently we run one person 24/7 at each of our stations is our capability. And hopefully with the growing future, we can add an additional personnel to station 1 and potentially more, just depending on the call needs. So we're turning this into more of a traditional style bunk room where they'll be able to have 2 beds and 2 personnel here 24/7. So most of this was storage before. Now it's kind of turning into a bedroom. Lots of updates. Like I said, everything's around 30 years old. So it's kind of a big facelift happening all at once where everybody's ready for it. So we'll go back downstairs and go out through the gym and then into the bay. That should get just about everything. So in the modern day of everything, we went with a more of a laminate flooring. This is our actual workout room. We've got gym equipment in here. We've got a Smith machine. We've got free weights. We've got treadmills, row machines, ellipticals, and a full rack of dumbbells. And they're going to put down a special flooring in here that's going to be similar to what's when you go in your common gym, such as like Anytime or Planet Fitness of that. So it's a little bit safer, low impact on the guys. They'll be able to come in here. We have a good space we can come in and work out. That way we can stay fit while we're on duty for what we're doing. Currently, this is kind of a mess out here. This is where everything is stored at. We had to get everything out in about a week and a half. So we've turned this into our storage building, essentially. We moved everything out that we're deciding to keep. Once everything goes back inside, then we're going to start a little bit of renovation and cleanup out here as well with some paint and get the floors picked back up and everything. So while this station in its entirety is not housing a crew currently, it is still capable of handling calls. We do have a few volunteers that service this area. We've left one of our water tenders here, and also we have our heavy rescue and a brush truck here. So if there are calls in this area and a volunteer is close by, he is able to come grab an apparatus and be able to respond to not really slow down any of the response times at this point.